Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for your pick and roll live stream here for Tuesday, February 25th. We have a decent slate of NBA games, including a very big game for the NBA calendar to cover on the show today. So please make sure you do stick around to hear all of the analysis as me and my co-host PipsNBA go through every single game. We hear free picks wherever they may lie from him as well. And then we'll answer your questions from the chat and answer your bets, react to your bets that you send in throughout the show. So to get us started, hit that like button, especially if you tail any of the picks along the way. And please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for shows like this every weekday morning. And we're proudly presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook with more on them a little bit later on. We'll start off with the recap as we always do. We had two bets yesterday. Unfortunately, one of them voided in Kawhi Leonard over on points because he didn't play. And unfortunately, the play that did go live was Zachary Riz-Shea over 11.5 points, and it was a rough night for Riz-Shea. Didn't come close. 2 points for him overall, and did not shoot well in that game. So stop shooting. In the end, the 11-2 run, the run we had does come to an end, but it's been a profitable season, and let's try to keep it going for today's show. We will bring in my co-host, PipsNBA, for the first time here, and we're going to get right into things here. We have got the Milwaukee Bucks away at Houston, and Pips, you've got the opening play in this one.
Yeah, we are going to Brook Lopez over 15.5 points and rebounds. It's available on couple of spots, minus 120, minus 125, even minus 130s are okay. Yeah, he's been playing really good lately, and I kind of know the matchup and how we are going to defend him. So I need to lean into this one quickly.
Yeah, get us started here. So we'll probably track minus 125 here, but if you get the minus 120, please make sure you go out and do that. Always line shop for the best price.
Yep. So I'll just show you guys Giannis, Lillard playing, Bobby Portis out, 28 plus minutes. We can see that he's over in 5 out of the 6, averaging 19 points and rebounds. If you delete all this and just check the last, since over the last 2 months, he's over this line in 17 out of 20 games, averaging 20.4 points and rebounds. Under came against Orlando, best defense in the league, especially at the time. Against Miami, shot 4 from 11, grabbed 3 rebounds on 11 rebounding chances, and the one against Portland where he shot 4 from 12. So if he is on his season average split, he should cover this easily. But most important part of this is the game against Houston Rockets, where he had 27 points and 10 rebounds. Why that happened? Houston Rockets defended Brook Lopez with Şengün, but Şengün was not defending him. He was in the paint, preventing Giannis, helping on Giannis and Dame drives. So he was collapsing. He kind of like, okay, if Brook Lopez gets the ball, he will try to contest it, but he was not going out of his way to stop Brook Lopez, and they didn't care if Brook Lopez was scoring as long as they keep Giannis and Lillard in check. On the other side, they needed Brook Lopez to defend Şengün, and Brook Lopez played 40 minutes in that game and got 10 rebounds because he was in a deep drop coverage, just trying to prevent the rim and don't let Şengün any layups or anything. He was deep down there, so it makes total sense. Numbers are confirming this, and I know the matchup is great because I know how they are going to defend him.
Yep. Nobody knows your team better than yourself. Maybe not even the book. So you can definitely find some edges there, even if it is against your own team. So it'll be Brook Lopez over 15.5 points plus rebounds to start us off. Anywhere from minus 120 to minus 130. Good for this one. Before we go any further, we'll give a shout out to the presenting sponsor on the channel, the FanDuel Sports, because they have made the show possible this season. And it's a fantastic sports book to use, especially for live betting, because FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, is the home for NBA live betting. So even if you missed the first few minutes of a game or want to bet on a fourth quarter comeback, you can make your picks from the first whistle until the final buzzer. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. Whoever you want to play, now is the perfect time to join. New FanDuel customers get started with $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet with. Just visit fanduel.com/board to join today. That's fanduel.com/board, or use the link that is in the description for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas and affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet to expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. We'll jump back into things here. We'll go back to the top of the board here. We have the Toronto Raptors. They are plus 11 at home to the Boston Celtics. Lately, the Boston Celtics have just been rolling teams. Like, they've been winning a ton of games, but they are rolling through teams as well. Plenty of double-digit games in the last like 15 or so games. They've won 9 of their last 10. They've just been crushing it. They beat the Knicks by 13 the other day. It was a resounding win there to beat the Sixers earlier last week by 20 points. The Celtics are playing great ball here, and I suspect they should dominate in this one. What do you think, Pips?
I don't know. Raptors last time they played did really well. Now, if Jacob is back, and which is on trending to be there, Jacob, Quickly, Barrett, and Barnes, Dick, you guys are kind of healthy. Healthy Raptors at home should be able to fight against Boston without Drew Holiday and possible Horford being out as well. So like their depth is kind of slight hit, nothing huge, of course. But yeah, so could be the thing that you guys stay in this game, but overall, always not a surprise when Boston runs away.
Yeah, definitely a little bit worried about this one. We'll see. I mean, they've kept it competitive lately, the Raptors. We'll see if they can do it here again. Any bets for this one?
At this moment, no. I have something in mind. We'll see. Maybe I got to go back up if you don't find anything better. But I have like one lean on mind for this game.
All right. Sounds good. We can go to the next game. Another team that's been playing really good basketball lately. 7 wins in a row. The Cavaliers are 7.5-point favorites on the road in Orlando. How you feeling about this one?
Yeah, this spread should be higher. Magic are not playing well at all, and Cleveland on like, I don't know, 4th or 5th time this season that they won 7+ games in a row. They just keep smashing teams, and with the addition of Hunter and now Garland probably being back, yeah, they are just
Hunter's been great.
Yeah, perfect guy for them, honestly. Like, they have always issue with that 3 spot at small forward. Now they have size, now they have shooting, and now they have some defense at the other 3. Hunter is not great on defense, but he's, I will say, above average. And if he doesn't need to do much on offense, he can contribute a lot on that side.
How is Peyton Pritchard still picking up steam for 6th man of the year? I'm truly astonished at, what is he, -175 right now. Hunter's up to 470. I think his case is only getting stronger since joining the Cavs, and it's going in the opposite direction. The number here.
Yeah, I mean, the last game, Pritchard scored 3 points. Then game before that, scored 28. Then he scored 5. Then 25. So it's all over the place with Pritchard. Well, Hunter is kind of consistent, but of course his numbers are going down with the Cavs. That's without any question. So I think for the rest of the season he'll average like 13 to 14 points a game, especially considering how many blowouts Cavaliers just blow out teams, and then he plays 20 minutes. I think that's the bigger reason for Hunter. Why he won't. He's currently averaging 18 points. That's a drop to 17 for sure. for the rest of the season. But I think Pritchard number will also drop. Doesn't help that every game someone is out for the Celtics. They are kind of rotating guys, and Pritchard is filling up. Drew Holiday is now out. Some games will be Tatum, some games will be Brown. Then it will be Derek White. So they are kind of rotating, and then Pritchard gets minutes. But when they are healthy, Pritchard is 10 points a game guy. So yeah.
Anything for this game betting wise? Nothing here.
Nope.
We can go to the next one. We have the Phoenix Suns coming off of a loss to the Raptors. The Suns have definitely been struggling, still on the outside of that Western Conference play-in tournament picture, and some work to do to get back there. And it won't be easy here. They're 8-point underdogs against Memphis in Memphis.
Yeah. I want to bet something on this game, but it's tough because I can see this being a blowout.
For Memphis.
Yeah. Yeah. 8. I don't know if 8 is fair. They lost. They got blown out by the Raptors and Booker.
Well, in the end, they got it. It wasn't necessarily a blowout. It was a 2-point game, and the Raptors hit 8 threes in a row. So they blew them out in the last 4 minutes of the game because they hit 8 threes in a row.
Yeah, Raptors made 23s. I think that's probably a season high.
Maybe, but they hit 7 in the last 4.5 minutes, all and didn't miss. So that's why it looks like they blew them out. But
yeah,
it was a tight game.
Yeah, but still they're losing to Raptors.
Well, yeah, they lost to the Raptors and they lost by like 20 points in the end. You're right.
They lost 5 out of the last 6, and
they can't.
8 out.
They can't stop anything. They literally can't stop anything.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bet an over in this one. Just another look for this one. Maybe I'll stay away, but maybe. I mean, yeah, I'll bet it. I'll bet Jaren Jackson Jr. over 21.5 points. Yeah, I just think.
All right. Jaren Jackson. Looking on FanDuel, we've got him at -120 for the 21.5. Just going to scan to see what else is available. This is one of the best. There's -115s, -120s out there. So solid prices to be taken on this. This is, widely available right around this number.
Yeah, so he is just, I'll just do like this. When he is playing 28 to 34 minutes against teams outside of top 10 in the top 5 in defense. So Houston Rockets, Orlando Magic, Clippers. And when he has usage between 23 and 36%, which is kind of expected range, it comes up to the season average. Just to exclude some outliers on both sides. He's over this line in 16 out of 22 games, averaging 25.7 points. Similar players killing the Suns. John Collins, Randall, Tobias Harris. Jaren Jackson himself had 38 points and 17 points. Last time they played, he had 17 points. Poor shooting game. He scored 17 points, 5 from 8 from free throw line, and 0 from 5 from 3. Yeah, if he makes 2 more free throws and 1 3 out of 5, he's over this line. Matchup wise, they are poor transition defense, allow a ton of free throws, and basically suck at defending every single area on the court. That's it. Numbers saying that with average usage and average minutes in a above average matchup, I would say maybe even one of the best matchups in the league, he should score 24, 25 points. So that's it.
Yeah, and like I was saying about the Suns, having just watched them, the defense, they've got their top 3 guys, Beal, Durant, and Booker, who are all not very strong defenders at the moment. There's nothing by way of rim protection. There's no point of attack defense. It's pretty kind of a disaster of a team at the moment, and I would suspect they'll do well to even make the play-in tournament, but I would very much believe that they are not going to be making the playoffs, which again is disastrous for a team that has invested so much into what they have at the moment. But we can move on to the next, get the next game up here. We have the San Antonio Spurs, who've obviously had a much changed outlook towards their season after losing Victor Wembanyama for the rest of the year. We hope he is back for next season, but they're still playing games in the meantime. In this one, they are +3 at New Orleans. It's not often the Pelicans are favored, but we do see that here.
Yeah, a weird game overall. They played a couple of days ago, and Pelicans blowing them out by 18. Big time blowout by the Pelicans. Overall, very weird game. Terrible shooting night for the Spurs. They're kind of trying to get used to not having Wembanyama, and obviously, like the Stefan Castle shot 1 from 10, Devin Vassell shot 1 from 9, De'Aaron Fox shot 3 from 16. So that's like 5 from 35 from Fox, Vassell, and Castle. 5 from 35 combined in one game. So of course you're gonna lose by 20. So I don't know what happened in that game. It was weird. Don't think it's anything close happening again, especially against Pelicans have terrible defense. Like I don't know what happened for them to shoot that poorly. Kelly Olynyk is back in the lineup for for the Pelicans, and now they have some better spacing now for Zion. But yeah, not much on this game, honestly.
Yeah, tough to call. Still kind of seeing what's going on with the Spurs. Their win total, when I checked last, actually hadn't changed much when Victor went out because they won the day after. But this team is really like the plus minus numbers without Victor Wembanyama are pretty ridiculous. So this team is very much going to struggle the rest of the way, and the spread here would definitely indicate that. But we've saved up the big one to discuss here. My goodness, this is going to be fun. The Dallas Mavericks +9 away at the Lakers. Luka Doncic. The lines have been up for this game for like 3 weeks, to be fair. But we have the Lakers -9 to the Mavericks. Luka Doncic. I asked about it on the show myself the other day. His point line was at 28.5. Thankfully, nothing was bet because it's up to 31.5. Question came from Droshko asking about the opening line for Luka Doncic. I've actually pulled up the BetStamp Pro screen here to look at this. So this actually did open at 28.5, or at least it was 28.5 a couple days ago. I don't have the exact openers here, but it was 28.5. The earliest data that I have here was the over to -120. And then it's just slowly been bet. He had a 32-point game the other day, and now it is up to 31.5 for Doncic. Yeah, on the game. I know line's been up for a while, but is there anything you can do with this game, Pips? Any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I have a bet for this game. It's gonna be a weird one, but I think it will be a good one overall. Not on FanDuel, but widely available. Dorian Finney-Smith over 9.5 points and rebounds.
Okay. Finney-Smith points and rebounds. I'm not sure how long this has been up. I don't know if this has been up for that long. Luka lines, like the alt line's been up for a long time, but it was Dorian Finney-Smith points plus rebounds over 9.5. There's -120 available at a few spots, -115. I think -120 is the one that most people can get. So we'll look for the -120 here for points plus rebounds for DFS.
Yeah, the playing his ex team, don't think that matters at all, but that's the fact
That's
here.
true.
Yeah, he played them earlier this season as a Laker. Had 14 points and rebounds in 28 minutes. Uh, Similar players to him: George Niang, Finney Smith, Trey Lyles, Royce O'Neal, Aldama, Barnes. Over this line in 8 out of 10 games, averaging 56 points. These are most spot up shooters, and Dallas allowed them all, like 8 most spot up in the league. That's the only weakness of their defense. Putbacks and spot up, that's the way Finney Smith scores mostly. Transition, spot up, and putbacks. Uh, when he's playing 24 to 32 minutes, I can see him playing 28 tonight. So that's right there. So when he's playing 24 to 32, he averaged 28, and I expect him to play 28. So this is the best approach. I use the usage between 8 to 16% because that's he averaged like 12% usage as a Laker, and that's that's also in the range. And earlier this season when they played, he had 10% usage, but for example against Hornets he had 11, against Clippers he had 15, or so on and so on. Uh, the thing is, I can see Dallas doubling the shit out of Luka Doncic and LeBron James in this one, and then just like ignoring guys like Dorian Finney-Smith and Hachimura, and like if you guys can make shots, so be it. Especially them being so small, like they need to collapse on Luka and LeBron drives. Like there is no other way to defend. Like it's not like I'm guessing here. They need to collapse on Luka and LeBron because they don't have rim protection. When you have AD out there or Gafford, like some good rim protecting bigs, you kind of can like play drop coverage and then protect the rim. But without them, you need to like switch everything, which is terrible way to defend Luka, or just double and blitz, which is the way I think this is going, especially with Jason Kidd. I know that he loves to do it. I know he won't let Luka score 50 or 40 of them because he'll be like, yeah. Uh, that will open up a lot of for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lakers will also play small, which means maybe even Dorian Finney-Smith at the 5, which is something I expect, honestly. Like I expect Dorian Finney-Smith to maybe even play at the 5 tonight. That's how I would play it, because Dorian Finney-Smith can easily defend PJ Washington, and I think Dallas will play PJ Washington to 5 a lot tonight. So they're playing small, so Dorian Finney-Smith can rebound well without any dominant big rebounder. And on the other side, he'll be mostly open. So yeah, 9.5 for 28 to 30 minutes should be. As you can see, he covered this in 18 out of 23 games, 12.8 points and rebounds, well above this line. So I expect him to cover this in 60% of the time at least. So there is an edge in this one.
All right, there we go. Third official pick of the day. Make sure you guys do hit the like button if you're enjoying the show, and especially if you are tailing the picks. Badger Boy mentions that they like Luka under 31.5 points. Love under 31.5 points. Me and Pips actually talked about this pre-show. Pips thinks 31.5 is fair. I think this will be higher than 31.5 at game time. So I think a lot of people will look at the over today. I'm not sure like it's the sharpest people that will be doing that, but I think enough will be looking at it that this will kind of move in that direction. I'd be surprised if you couldn't get a better line on the under closer to game time. I'd be surprised. Any thoughts on that, Pips?
The thing is, ATR dictates the market. Like every single night, the lines are closing how ATR has it on the screen. Now, I would say like 99 out of 100 times, the lines are closing exactly how ATR has it.
Who?
ATR, established the run.
Oh.
There is projections to the public at 5, and in next 30 minutes, entire market will just go totally exactly how they have projections. Having the odd screen and then looking at their projections and the lines, it's shaping up entirely every single day to the ATR projections. I don't. It's became wildly popular, so everyone is using it, and everyone wins using it. So when they open up, it's like 500 people, at least maybe even a couple of thousand people betting it. So the market will shape, obviously.
Right. Stabs Run has this at 31.5, you're saying?
I could see them having maybe even lower, maybe even 30 and between 30 and 31 probably. And that means the line could move to 30 and a half. But the only time when the line don't move to the established run side is when there is so much liquidity before
Yeah.
they open the projections.
Okay. So I guess we're on either side here. I'm
I,
still
I,
I'm still
I'm the
thinking
same.
this could go up.
Yeah, may I will think before the ATR release, this will go up, and then sometimes it just go down. Like that happens so many times. It gets pushed back by them. Yeah. So we'll see.
All right. We will see. But we do have a play in this game, and that was Dorian Finney-Smith. We'll go to the last game on the slate here. A 17-point spread for the Golden State Warriors. They've been playing very well in the Jimmy Butler era. They're up to ninth in the West. I think they've won five of six with Butler on the team. The Hornets in tough here. Yeah, they're losing a lot of games, and they probably will lose this one as well. Do you have anything here?
No, I'm good with this. I don't. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Absolutely. So we can go to the chat, answer some of the questions here, get us started. We'll start off with Gabriel asking about Derek White over 13.5 points at -120.
Matchup wise makes sense. You guys will send a lot of bodies on Tatum. Things will open up.
Things definitely open up otherwise. Droshko asked about Scotty Barnes under 19.5 points here.
Yeah, the one bet I had for from that game is exactly this one. I mentioned it. I'll kind of show you guys. It's when he is playing 28 to 38 minutes against teams. So first of all, I'll go to the games when RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly are playing. His usage drops from 26% to 23% average in those games, even though he played against Suns, the Pistons, Bulls, Bucks, drops 3%. So when we set usage at like 30% the most, because he never had higher than 30 with these guys playing. And when he's playing teams who are great paint defense, we can see that he's under this line in 8 out of 11, averaging only 16.9 points. We can do some different approach, like when he's playing good defensive teams. It's also heavily leaning into being an under for this line. Like we can see like almost exactly the same, uh, averaging 16.9 points. But then again, we go back and see the games against the Boston. He scored 16 and 18, stayed under in both of these games. First game, Barrett and quickly were out. He still stayed under, shot horrible. Second game, he shot 50% from the field, but Barrett was playing. Quickly was out. They, you guys won, and he only scored not only, but he still stayed under in the perfect scenario. So yeah, makes sense to bet on under.
Yeah, he struggles against teams that, I mean, good defense. He struggles against teams that also can protect the rim very well, that just provide resistance, and it just turns into him settling for more mid-range shots. So a strong
Yeah.
lean there.
Yeah, I'll also say one of the most important is transition defense. Like
Yeah.
when teams don't turn the ball over and when they have decent transition defense, as Boston have six best, uh, he just can score easy points.
Next up, Gabriel asked about Grayson Allen over 9.5 points at -110.
Kind of makes sense for this matchup. He will be open. He should be open in this game. Let me just see the minutes. Like when they could go small, so he could play 20 plus minutes, should play 20 plus minutes, but let's look 20 plus minutes with KD, Booker, and Beal playing. He's over this line. Right there, 50% almost. When he's playing teams who allow spot up, doesn't change much, as we can see here. When he's playing teams who allow threes, doesn't change much as well. When he played against, I think nine and a half, slightly over, but nothing crazy. Numbers are not behind it, but yeah.
Next up, we have a few people asked about Ja Morant overs in this one. Over 29.5 points plus assists here. I think somebody else also mentioned the points over, but minus 118 for points plus assists at 29.5. Any reason you went with Jaren Jackson over Morant? Do you not like Morant for this one?
I was split between Morant and Jaren Jackson. Then Ja Morant moved, so I pivoted to the Jaren Jackson Jr. Matchup wise, I think it's similar, but lately, like last 19 games, Ja Morant is not covering assists, not even close, like averaging 6.7 under assist line in 14 out of 19 games, under in against the Suns with 6 assists. So I don't know why assists are included in this one. Points wise, make much more sense when he's playing with Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson Jr. Against teams who are not the best transition defense and teams who are allowing a ton of points to pick and roll ball handlers. He's over this line in 4 out of 5 against Boston, Houston, and the Suns, an average 27 points. So matchup is great for Ja.
Final one, we have Goga Bitadze over 6.5 rebounds and assists at minus 130.
Honestly, didn't look into this one. Last game, he kind of played good minutes. Maybe this makes sense, actually. Let's see. I expect him to play 20. 18 to 24, to be exact. And in that case, he averaged, I'll need to do with Franz and Paolo. He's over this line in 5 out of 7, averaging 9.4. So maybe there is something to this. In the game when he had 5, he had 14 potential assist and rebound chances combined. So variant on this. Against Portland, he had 13. So he was still expected to have 7 on 13. Though he averaged, let me just check, potential assist 3.1 and rebounding chances 13.4. So that's 16 rebounding chances and potential assist average in this kind of minutes. On 16th, he should cover this in like 70% of the time. So yeah, this could be a good bet.
There we go. That will do it for the show. Thank you so much. In future, make sure you guys send in prices to ensure your questions get answered. But we'll do it. That'll do it for us today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Very much appreciated. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy, and especially if you're tailing any of the 3 picks we're about to recap. Subscribe because we're live weekday mornings for shows just like this. Here we go. Looking at a good day here today. We have started with, I don't have the correct game listed there, but it's Brook Lopez over 15.5 points plus rebounds at minus 125. In the Phoenix-Memphis game, we have Jaren Jackson Jr. over 21.5 points at minus 115. Then final play, Lakers-Dallas. It's not Luka Doncic's play, but it is Dorian Finney-Smith over 9.5 points plus rebounds at minus 120. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Pick and Roll presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook. We have another big slate tomorrow to cover, so we hope to see you at that show, and good luck with the bets tonight. Let's have a winning day.